Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today I've got a John Wall build for you. So this will be a glitched John Wall build. So make sure he's a point guard, and we'll start off with the first set of body settings. So in able to make this a glitch build, we are going to drop down the height to 6'1", and we're going to go minimum weight and maximum wingspan. Body shape doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can still put that to whatever you like now, or you can do that later. But we're just going to keep it as that, and we're going to max out the attributes. So I'll just quickly max all these out. If I do go too fast, you can always pause the video or rewind and watch it again, or you can fast forward if I'm going a bit slow and you already know what's coming. But takeovers don't matter, and we'll move on. So on this screen, just make sure you press edit build so that you can back out, because we will be changing the units of measurement to the metric system. So go to features, settings, scroll down and change the units of measurement to the metric, and then go back out into my career, into a save file. I like just putting it at the end, it's just easier to remember which one it is. And make sure you edit build, and from here we're just going to go back to the body settings, and all we're going to change is the height. We're going to put it to 190 centimeters tall, which is 1.9 meters. So that's all we're going to change, and then we're going to max everything out again. So I'll just quickly max all these attributes out, and we'll move on. Takeovers don't matter again. And then on this screen, we're just going to go back to edit build and change the units of measurement back to the imperial system. So we'll just quickly do that one again. So back into features, into settings, scroll down, and then change it back to imperial. Back out, back into my career, and then into one of your save files. And scroll back down to the build, press edit build, and then from here, as you could see before, you are 6'3" now, and feel free to change the weight or the wingspan, but John Wall is listed at 6'3" on basketballreference.com, so that's what we're going to keep it. And I've chosen to keep the weight minimum, so 170 pounds, but I will increase the wingspan to 7 foot, just to bump a few things up, defense and finishing. Body shape, it's up to you. Personally, I like the find for guards the best, but we'll move on to the attributes. So for close shot, we are just going to put that to 54. That just gets upgraded with mid-range, which we'll upgrade later. Now, as John Wall came into the league, he was the #1 pick, and he came in as the prototypical slashing playmaker. He has definitely increased or improved his shooting since he's been drafted. But when he first came in, he was a really athletic slashing playmaker that had great court vision, was really fast, and was able to finish amongst the big trees. So we're going to push his driving layup to 81. That's just to get the layup badges at least silver, and also gives us an extra badge point at 81. You do have a 7 foot wingspan. You are reasonably tall for a point guard, but I doubt you'd be trying too many layups, because you will get all the contact dunks with this build. So you'll have the smalls, the pros, and the elites. And because of this, we're going to push driving dunk to 92, and then one more to 93 to unlock that extra badge point. So that'll be all for finishing with the 22 badges. Now for shooting, like I said, he did improve his shooting, particularly from 3-point land. He became a pretty decent 3-point shooter, around 37-36%, which is okay. It's not terrible. So we're going to push mid-range shot to 84, which is a couple below the max, and then 3-point shot to 80, which is 4 below the max. So you're still left with the 25 shooting badges, and you've still got a lot of decent shooting badges here as well. So this build will be primarily a slashing playmaker with an ability to shoot threes if you're open. So that's the way I'd play with this build, but you've definitely got a capability to shoot, no worries about that. In terms of free throw, we're just going to push that to 85. He's a decent free throw shooter, and I just had the points left to push it to 85. Now for playmaking, like I said, he was a terrific playmaker even as soon as he came into the league, his rookie season, he averaged 8.2 assists a game, which is quite incredible for a rookie, particularly on a bad team. Being the number 1 pick, you're always usually drafted to a really bad team. And 3 times he's averaged over 10 assists a game during his career. So we're going to push pass accuracy to 90 so that we get that gold dimer. Now, I don't know how many people are putting dimer gold on the game anymore, but for John Wall, I did want the gold dimer, so I pushed pass accuracy to 90. Now for ball handle, he was really great. He's really great on the ball. In his prime, he's really tricky to stay in front of. So I've just chosen to max out ball handle at 88. And also push speed with ball to 92. So you will have Hall of Fame quick first step with this build because he was lightning fast, particularly in his younger days before the injury. But that'll be all for playmaking. Now for defense, he is a really good defender. He's averaged over 2 steals a game during his career. I'm pretty sure he's been in the all-defensive team. He may not have, but he may have squeezed into one team. But he's a particularly good defender, particularly in his prime. So we're going to push perimeter defense to 85 to get that gold clamps. And then steal to 86 to get that gold pickpocket. We also have the points left over to push block to 66. So this is important as it will unlock Silver Intimidator, which will help you contest perimeter shots. The block rating itself doesn't help contest perimeter shots, but the Intimidator badge does. And you do need block to unlock that. And quite frankly, John Wall's got some really pretty big blocks as well, chase down blocks in his highlights. So I thought it was appropriate to put block up. But that will be all for defense. In terms of your physicals, we are going to sacrifice a bit on the physicals. So we are going to only have 83 speed and acceleration. You won't be slow around the court. You'll still be pretty quick. And if you get out on fast break, generally people won't be able to catch you anyway if you go out early enough, if you read the play. But you will have the 92 speed with ball. So when you're dribbling, you will be really quick. So the 83 speed and acceleration shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now for vertical, because we want the small contact dunks along with the elites and the pros, we are going to need to put vertical to 85. So make sure the vert's 85 and the rest will go on stamina for 90 stamina, and that's the build. So in total we have 22 finishing, 25 shooting, 32 playmaking and 19 defensive badges for a total of 98 badges on this glitched prime John Wall build. That's got gold defense, Hall of Fame, playmaking, 90 pass accuracy, just a standing assist man. He's got pretty decent shooting, more than capable shooting, and all the contact dunks that you can unlock at 6'3". So it's a really well-rounded point guard that's really fast, and you should have a lot of fun with this build, particularly with the max wingspan. Now for takeovers, I just chose the team ratings boost because when he first came to the league, he was a playmaker at first, and then his secondary sort of method of being a great player was finishing at the rim. So I chose finishing moves as his secondary takeover. But as you can see, you've made a two-way threat with shades of Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, John Wall, and De'Aaron Fox. So we'll take a look at the badges. So for finishing, we definitely want things to help you posterize other big centers. So we want gold posterizer, of course, gold slithery finisher, so we don't get contact. Limitless takeoff, unstrippable, so you don't get stripped on the way through. Lob city finisher, because of course he had the hops, he could catch lobs. And then you've still got 7 left, so you can upgrade limitless takeoff to get a Hall of Fame. If you find yourself doing layups, you can always put fearless finisher on silver with Giant Slayer. If I was going to make a prime John Wall build and layups, you could actually do layups as guard on 2K. I'd probably want to put them on. And then maybe teardropper because he did have a nice floater as well. But that could be a good layout for John Wall. Now for shooting, just things to help you as a shot creator, because he was more of a shot creator than an off the catch 3-point shooter. So, circus threes is there. Stop and pop, set shooter. He was a volume scorer, so put that on silver. Slippery off balls, just great. Mismatch expert, because you are 6'3", so you will be coming against bigger players. Hot zone hunter, chef, rhythm shooter. You know, you still got sniper there. That could be a really good layout. Obviously, you want to tinker with that to be more realistic in the game. But for John Wall, he shot more off the dribble than he did off the catch. So that could be something I would go with. Now for playmaking, we definitely want that bullet passer and that gold dimer because he was a pure playmaker when he came in. Quick first step just for the speed. You know, he was really fast out of the triple threat. So I'd say probably, you know, triple threat juke, silver, quick chain, ankle breaker, glue hands, needle threader. You know, just things to help you boost your speed. Tight handles is just great. Just so you don't get stripped. Handles for days. And the last one, you may just want downhill for a bit of speed. Of course, unpluckable, you'd probably want to get that to a gold. And then stop and go just with also a bit of speed. But that could be a really great layout for John Wall. Now for defense, we definitely want clamps and pick dodger gold because he was really good. He's really fast laterally as well, so he was able to stay in front of players even through screens. You know, tallest defender. He's really good at getting steals, so we want that pickpocket gold. Then we want interceptor. You can get interceptor gold, but I'm going to put it silver because I want the chase down artist because he was a good shot blocker. And I also want to put on bronze intimidator to help contest perimeter shots. All in all, that's the build. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.